accounts for the extraordinary number of bachelors that one sees all over the place. Second place, I don't give my consent.
Your consent?
My dear fellow, Gwendolen is my first cousin. And before I allow you to marry her, you will have to clear up the whole question of Cecily.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean? What do you mean, Algy, by Cecily? I don't know anyone of the name of Cecily. Do you mean to say that you've had my cigarette case all this time? I wish to goodness you'd let me know. I've been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it. I was very nearly offering a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer one. I happen to be more than usually hard up.
No good offering a large reward now that the thing is found.
I think that's rather mean of you, Ernest, I must say. However, it makes no matter. For now that I look at the inscription, I find that the thing isn't yours after all.
Well, of course it's mine. You've seen me with it 100 times. You have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read a private cigarette case.
It's perfectly absurd to have a hard and fast rule about what one should read and what one shouldn't read. More than half of modern culture depends on what one shouldn't read.
I'm quite aware of the fact, and I don't propose to discuss modern culture with you. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk of in private. I simply want my cigarette case back.
Yes. But this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is a present from someone of the name of Cecily. You said that you didn't know anyone of that name.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes. Charming old lady she is, too. Lives at Tunbridge Wells.
But why does she call herself Cecily if she is your aunt and lives in Tunbridge Wells? From little Cecily, with her fondest love.
My dear fellow, what on earth is there in that? Some aunts are tall, some aunts are not tall. That is surely a matter that an aunt may be allowed to decide for herself. Oh, for heaven's sake, give me back my cigarette case.
Yes, but why does your aunt call you her uncle? From little Cecily, with her fondest love, to her dear Uncle Jack. There is no objection, I admit, to an aunt being a small aunt. But why an aunt, no matter what her size may be, should call her own nephew her uncle, I can't quite make out. Besides, your name isn't Jack at all, it is Ernest.
It isn't Ernest, it's Jack.
You have always told me it was Ernest. You're the most earnest-looking person I ever saw in my life. Absolutely absurd, you saying your name isn't Ernest. Why, it's on your cards. Here is one of them. Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4, the Albany. I shall keep this as a proof that your name is Ernest if ever you attempt to deny the fact to me, to Gwendolen, or to anyone else.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country, and the cigarette case was given me in the country.
Yes, but that still doesn't account for the fact that your small Aunt Cecily, who lives in Tunbridge Wells, calls you her dear uncle. Come on, old boy, much better have the thing out at once.
My dear Algy, you talk exactly like a dentist.
I may mention that I have always suspected, and now I am quite sure, that you are a confirmed and secret Bunburyist.